Ball goes in, it'll be the threes and it ricochets off the horses and comes out up the field here, down the ground as no one seems to want it. It's picked up there through the number 2 there now for Zimbabwe, Evie Stanley. She puts a pass across. Umpires' whistles go early in the first few seconds of this very important game here on the main field. And South Africa, they come up with the penalty on their way in. And it'll be Julia Pilgrim with that wonderful mare, Claire. She takes it now. Puts it down, regathered in there nicely too by Julia Pilgrim now. Comes across in front of the goal post. She gets down. She has a shot. And up they go. It's the first points to South Africa. Ball's about to go in. There it goes. It's down about the back of the threes there. Who has the first goal and picked up here by the number 3 now. It's down on the ground. No one seems to just go look at a goal at the moment. They go down for it now. It's picked up there now by the number 3 there in Joyce Lynn Stafford. She does a 360. She comes out now. She goes on her own, reaches out, pulls in an important ball. She turns Toby around, puts a pass across there now to the number 1 in that lady, Julia Pilgrim. The other 2 players grab a player each and that makes it a bit easier now for Julia. She goes up 30-metre line. She puts it down. Oh, bounces back behind her. Now it comes around tight. He's on the loose ball. 1-0 South Africa. She goes angle shot. Julia Pilgrim. Eyesight 100%. It's 2-0. Now she'll clear the area. She comes out. Oh, puts a magnificent pass across there to that lady again there now in Julia Pilgrim. Claire. She just sits up, goes back infield, sees the opening. She goes, she stops towards the 30-metre line, puts it down, lets it go, pushes it between the posts. That's number 3. Umpires call time back on, and there's a penalty going to be taken in now by Julia Pilgrim now for South Africa. She takes the penalty, the right-handed lady player. Now, picks it up on the loose ball, comes back, gets the good support there from a number 3 in Joyce Lynn Stafford. She's been in everything too. Now Julia Pilgrim turns around, he's up to here now towards the 30-metre line. She throws a bit of a dummy, wriggles it about, puts it down nicely and pulled in nicely too by Julia Pilgrim. Got the Susan Sargent to get around Sargent. She sits off. Which way are you going to go? Great work here now by the Zimbabwe number 3 Susan Sargent. Now here comes Julia Pilgrim again, but she can't get it away. Great defence here from Susan Sargent for Zimbabwe. Now Julia Pilgrim tries to work out. She puts one over the top. It's directly down the centre, and that'll move South Africa on to 4. So Henry Harris takes the penalty, puts it out onto the good turf where it's not so tuned up so much. Comes in around the back of the number 3, but the number 3, Rudy Foster, he has a swipe at him. Now doing the better, Henry Harris. He comes out. He could let it go from there. And there's the first points of Zimbabwe. It is 4-1. Zimbabwe are on the board. They come together. There it goes. It's down amongst the 3s, right out the back, and it's picked up there by the number 2. Is it there for Zimbabwe? The 3 is being dislodged. It's right back up here in the back play. The number 3 will have the first corner and gets a beautiful bounce too. They're now in Gavin Cocker. He lobs a pass down to the number 1, Henry Harris. Harris is about 10 lengths in front, then he lets the good horse go now, 10 Dory, and I think it could be related to Klingeling. The way it got away, he lets it go. Up they go. It's another one to Zimbabwe. For a little walk, the penalty's been taken, picked up here now by the number 3s that make their way downfield. Now, what's he going to do with it now for South Africa? Hackland comes up with it now with Lucy. Lucy now takes him right up to the 30-yard line. He puts the bounce down. Hackland now turns it around. He lets it go, and it's directly down the neck of the goalpost. Ball goes in, it'll be the 3s and Rudy Foster and Gavin Cocker to see the first bit in. Here it comes, Rudy Foster. He sees the unmarked number 1 player. He puts it down, Hackland, the gates are wide open, and that's number 6. Likes him back there behind that marker there on the ground. Okay, ball goes in, it's on the ground at the moment. He picks it up, brilliant pick up out the back there by Rudy Foster. And Foster, he comes in for some treatment, puts the pass across, it's gone to ground, picked up here by the number 2 there now for Zimbabwe, Howie Baker. Baker, he does the same, he let it bounce over there to the number 1. There in Henry Harris. Oh, magnificent wheel there by the Australian stock horse. What about the wheel out there? Ball goes in. Down on the ground. Who comes up with it? Oh, Rudy Foster comes up with a very important ball. Gets plenty late on him. 6-3 the score. Turns around. Rudy Foster gets out of it okay. Here comes a pass. It's been a great pass there. Now across there to Hackland. Hackland doing the better. He lets Lucy go. Goes down. Puts it down. Brilliant pickup. Magnificent goal. Zimbabwe, they get off the hook. Susan Sargent. She brings that ball right down the field here. Looking to link up there with the number 1 there now in Paula Sargent. Now looking for a bit more support here now. Lets it go. She goes in there. Here comes the pass here now from Susan Sargent across to the number 1 there now in Paula Sargent. Right out into the corner there now. Going to be hard pressed up here now with... Oh, gets around us. They come again. They have a bit of a tussle right out there in the corner. Can't get that shot away. Paula Sargent. Beth McClarty now back into the number 3 position. As a shot gets a fair bit late on her, can't get once again. Great defence here by Beth McClarty. Paula Sargent takes the time, gets down low to the ground, a little one around down low, and it looks pretty good. Ball goes in, high in the air, down on the ground. Who comes up with it? Still on the ground, picked up here by the number 2 there now for South Africa, Caroline Minna. The new player comes on fresh, junker number 3. She makes the ball right down, gives it that lady there now in Julia Pilgrim. She comes up with it again. She's got a bounce, goes in, comes around the back, and look at that mare Claire. She lays the ears back, says you leave the footwork to me, you keep your eye on the goalpost. Ball goes in, out the back it goes, and it's picked up there by the number 3 there now in Suzanne Sargent. Downfield, and have a look at this. Across to Suzanne Sargent, there now to Paula Sargent, and up they go. Great goal there to Zimbabwe. From in the area, the number 3 there now for South Africa, Gordon Shaw. He picks it up on the first bounce. Goes across field like it, nearly love to get a crack on that Henry Harris, but he can't get anywhere near him now. He comes down, he takes him on the number 3 there now. Gordon Shaw, right from one end of the field to the other, linking the link up with his number 1 in Brent Benecki. Whereas he comes across field, here goes a little pass. He's what's he going to do with it? He's going again, he's in a lot of trouble at the moment. Oh, magnificent pass. Just between the players there. Now, it's Brent Benecki right out in the corner. He's got his hands filled with Gavin Cocker. They're having a great tussle out here on the dance floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and takes one home there to the proof of it as well. Over the top, look at this for the defence. Down now, Brent Benecki, 1, 2 again on him there from Cocker. He lines that up. He lets it go. It's a goal. Lines them up. The ball goes in right out the back there, and it goes into the number 3 racket there, and Gavin Cocker. Cocker now, he sits up, gets pretty late on him. Oh, a bit of a hit there too, but he's still got it. Now Cocker, a little short one. Oh, it just goes a little bit astray. Oh, brilliant pick up here now by Henry Harris. Harris now turns around. Gordon Shaw starts to do a bit of an attack. Now, beautiful wheel there by Harris, and Harris puts another one on the board for Zimbabwe. 9-7. Ball's about to go in here in chucker number 4. It goes in, it's right out the back of me, the 3s. Who comes up with it here? Picked up here now by the number 2. Puts it straight across there now to Harris. Harris is away. Harris goals it as they bring it back within 1. Great bit of work there by Howie Baker. Ball goes in, 9-8 it is, out the back it comes, and who has the first corner picked up by Gavin Cocker. Cocker, he goes in field, and look where the number 1 is. Here it comes across, oh, the misread play. Still Cocker with the ball. Howie Baker grabs the player. Here goes the pass. No, Cocker says, I'll hang on to it. There it goes. It's a little bit too high. He reaches out. Ball bounce number 3. And look at this. Here he comes around again, Henry Harris, being chased by Gordon Shaw. It's all tied up. It is 9-all. Cameron Shepard brings them back to the club outside of the field. The ball goes in, ricochets off the rackets right out the back, goes down for a picked up out the back there now by Gordon Shaw. Oh, they've done the job on Shaw. Who can pick it up? The number 2. He can't handle it. Down on the ground still. Nearly reaches out. Brilliant pick up there by Brent Benecki. Nearly got off the horse to get it, and he punches it away. And it is, they move into double figures. It is 10-9 on the field. Chucker number 6. Down on the ground, picked up here now by South Africa. They make their way downfield. It's picked up there by the number 2 in Brent Benecki. Puts the pass across there to the number 1 in James Hackland. Hackland gets down low to the ground, out wide, and is directly between the posts. 13 back within 3. The ball goes in, out over the back. Henry Harris, Gordon Shaw, the first call on it. They can't handle it. Going to be picked up here by Zimbabwe through the number 2. They're now in Howie Baker. Baker now puts a long one down there, looking to link up there now. Who can he pick it up? No, it's down on the ground. Going picked up by the number 3 for South Africa, Gordon Shaw. Shaw now. He's going to have plenty late on him from Shannon Burbridge. But Burbridge, oh, just dumps in the air. Now comes around. He's taking the ball off him. Picks it up. Picked up. Gets plenty late on him. It's down on the ground again. Out in the open field to play. Picked up here now. Still on the ground. 16-13 the score, picked up here by Zimbabwe through the number 2 there now in Howie Baker. Baker is being dislodged. It'll go out into the crowd. Well, pressure, great defence here from South Africa, throwing everything at the Zimbabweans. 16-13. Now, inside the area, taken here now for South Africa by Gordon Shaw. They come across. Is he going to go on his own? And here comes Shannon Burbridge alongside him. He pulls in there nicely too. Now by Gordon Shaw. And look at the work the fella's doing here. Puts it across there, the unmarked. number 2 player. Here for South Africa in Brent Benecki. The pass goes across to the one in Hackland. Hackland puts it down, gets around the number 3 in Henry Harris. And there's another one to South Africa. It is 17-13. Chucker number 6, we're up to 17-13. The ball goes in, down on the ground. Oh, still on the ground, picked up there now by the number 2. He puts it across there now to James Hackland. Hackland bounces. It's a long one, it'll go right out the back. No goal. Waved away by the umpires, they're right on the spot. So Henry Harris will clear the area. He lost one out over the top. He'll have the first call on it. Goes down brilliantly, picked up by Henry Harris. It's been high hit. It'll come down and out over the sideline. And the ladies just won the lottery. Keep catching it like that, you'll be on there playing soon, madam. Okay, now going to be taken in now by James Hackland. Hackland, the number 1 player, goes back infield. Good work by the number 2 in Brent Benecki there now. He throws a bit of a dummy around the back of Henry Harris. Harris doesn't fall for it. Fits it down there now. Hackland, he comes. Harris marches straight up to take him on. Great work. Magnificent work there by Henry Harris. He marched straight up and says, I'll take it off you. He just done that. He puts it down. And it all comes undone. And out over the sideline it goes. It's just in the field of play, is it? And it's nearly in the grandstand. Oh, they come back in. Out of it now, the number 2 player now for South Africa, Brent Benecki. He puts it across. Oh, Hackland says, thank you. It's better than trying to bounce it. Oh, the horse sits down, has a spell, zigzags. Now, Harris, he knows what Harris might do. He'll come out and get a tap on that racket again. He jumps in around the back. Now, over the top, lines them up, and it's number 18. 18-13. It'll be the threes to see the first of it in Joycelyn Stafford and Susan Sargent. And it's picked up here now by the number 3, Susan Sargent. Puts it back there now to the number 1. It's being only picked up here now by Julia Pilgrim. She makes her way downfield. He shows a look about. She just sits the Baymere up there now. Beautiful pick up too. Goes out to the corner. Does a 360. Comes in around the back of Joycelyn Stafford. Goes hard and fast towards the goalpost. And yes, it's a goal. And that'll make it 19-14. There it goes. It's amongst the ones. It's picked up by the number 1 here now for Zimbabwe, Paula Sargent. Now she just stops for a moment. She good support for the number 2 there now. And Margaret Warswick. Now it comes downfield. Oh, great work here. Puts it down now. Oh, regathered nicely. And umpires whistles goes. And Cameron Shepherd says, come on over here. Paula Sargent from right in front. Says, play it from there. She has a shot. And it's a goal. There it goes. Straight into the racket there, the number 1 there now in that lady, Julia Pilgrim. She goes hard and fast. She puts it down. Magnificent Polocrosse, and up they go. Back to centre field. Ball goes in, and once again plucked out of there now by Paula Sargent. She goes infield. Gets good support there from Margaret Warswick now. Now comes back. Paula Sargent makes her way down. She sees an opening. She leaves them behind. She goes up to take on the number 3, Stafford. Stafford throws him in gutter. Oh, look at the work here. And magnificent bit of Polocrosse there from Paula Sargent. And puts another one away, and that'll make it 20-16. Ball goes in, out the back, into the racket there. Susan Sargent, the number 3, lobs a little one over the top. She cuts the players out. Straight into the number 1 racket there now in Paula Sargent. She bustles her way through. Oh, she can't get there, can she? Oh, goes down for it now. Picked up by the number 3 in Joycelyn Stafford. Stafford now. She's got her hands full there now with Paula Sargent. Gets away from Sargent. Gets a big one up the elbow for it too. Oh, right out high. Picked up by the number 1 here now in Julia Pilgrim. South African ladies, they can't do a thing wrong at the moment. Down to the 30-metre line. Bounces. Goals it. Great goal there to South Africa. And that'll make it 21-16. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for those ladies? Magnificent game of Polocrosse. That's their last chucker. It is 22-16 in favour of South Africa over Zimbabwe. We have 1 chucker to go. Steve Watson feeds it in. Comes off the rackets. Down on the ground. Picked up there by the number 1 there in James Hackland. He gets away. He bounces it. He regathers it and puts another one away. And that is number 24, World Cup. Ball goes in, ricochets off the rackets, out the back there now to Zimbabwe and Gavin Cocker. Gavin Cocker thought he was underneath a helicopter. He makes his way downfield, looking to link up there with the number 1 in Shannon Burbridge. Burbridge, magnificent pickup. Oh, down around the girth it was. He cops a big one there from the number 3, Shaw. He comes across. Now, what will he do with it here? Not bad, brilliant goal. Steve Watson puts it in and snapped out of the line up there by Hackland. Hackland gets away. They got the number 3 all tied up. Hackland bounces, regathers, and that'll make it 25 to South Africa. There it goes. Just the number 2 there, picked up there from Zimbabwe, Howie Baker. Baker now trying to control the ball. He does so too. Gets plenty late on him here. Here they come, the South Africans. Baker lobs a long one back. Oh, it's going to be intercepted there now. Shaw puts it across there now to Brent Benecke. Benecke puts it down there across to the number 1 there, and Hackland, he gets an escort down the field. Good work by the number 2 there now from South Africa. Brent Benecke, now Hackland, he puts it down. He turns in the saddle and drives another one away to make it 26. As Watson lines them up, far side of the field, last and final chucker here, out over the back it'll be Gavin Crocker and Gordon Shaw, picked up out the back here now by Gavin Crocker. Crocker, here's the call. Oh, brilliant pass. What about the anticipation from Shannon Burbridge, and that'll make it 18. Here it comes, as out amongst the threes in Gavin Crocker and Gordon Shaw. Brilliant, oh, tops a big one there, Crocker, down on the ground, picked up here by the number 3 now in Shaw. Shaw puts it infield. Oh, who saves the day? South Africa come up with it through Brent Benecke. Now puts it down there to Hackland. Hackland seems to be in the right place all the time. He gets away from him, he puts it down, regathers, magnificent Polocrosse. They come back to centre field. It's all over, ladies and gentlemen. South Africa defeats Zimbabwe 27-19, and how about warming those hands up? They deserve a round of applause. The best players throughout the world and the breed for every need, the Australian stock horse, they've smelt the battle with delight.